Alright guys, so we are back on some SLA. You guys already know the drill. We're keeping you guys informed on what on God's green earth is going to be happening with the upcoming update in terms of how that's going to correlate for the anniversary. Now, as we all know, the next character in question is going to be a water breaker. It seems that the water element themselves as a whole is just going to be getting a bit of a revamp, a 2.0. Not to say that the previous water units are just going to be out of play, still usable, but as the current meta is with you know, new characters coming for each typings, things just have to evolve with where the game is at in the state of its power level and whatnot, right? We just have to kind of progress, but it still kind of validates the previous characters. Maybe even in the long run we could see some form of limit break, and who knows. We got a bit more info from Alpha, so we will take a look at that. And let's just say, if you are a fan of Gotoruji, because again, with the way he's been introduced, of course, good unit. I'm not going to deny it. Good unit, really good support for Amamiya, of course. Nothing too overly broken. If we compare it to Azel, that's just kind of how I look at it, of course. But a pretty solid unit to come to furthermore upgrade with where the wind element was at. So not too bad on that part. But anyway. This is the situation on hand with what's to come. Now, I'm still waiting on the creator codes to be provided. Hopefully, now that we're going into the new month, that is when these codes are going to be provided for us to be hand out to you guys, of course. But again, just a reminder, if you guys do want to support your boy, you're more than welcome to do so. I do make sure to grab every single code that the developers have to offer. That way I can give out to you guys. And on top of that, again, just a reminder, next week, we'll be picking the winners for you guys to get some deluxe passes, and on top of that, a good amount of my supporters will also get the monthly pack, so that way you guys can furthermore get some essence, some extra essence, because it seems that, again, the anniversary time, we're looking at a potential 2 character release. So every little helps. every little helps. Alright, so let's start from the beginning. So first things first, she's going to be riding a bike. That's going to be pretty cool, but no. So Water Breaker is the route that they're going to be taking on, which obviously makes sense. With the water element, support is good. At least it's still kicking ass. With where the current breakers are at right now, water is kind of hitting the bare minimum. If you really look at what, you know, light has, what wind has now, right? And what else? Fire. I mean, Azel's fantastic. Yeah, with every other typing, no, Harper's still kicking ass. Harper's still good for the dark type. So yeah, every other typing has some more updated breakers. So that's kind of heavily needed. But again, we know that Hae-In is going to be the focused anniversary unit. Hae-In will be the newly buffed up breaker. That is going to be providing buffs for the core damage and freezes. That instantly kind of leads me to be like, okay, we're not forgetting Alicia. So even though the water element is going to be updated, the previous team and the previous characters are still viable in support of the newest breaker, which is good. Artifacts, there's going to be a little bit more provided for that. So if we head over now to what we've got so far, with what Alpha has kind of kept us in the loop with. So Hae-In, which is going to be the newest water breaker, is going to be like Gotoruji 2.0. To be fair, with where water breakage is at right now, it's kind of like bare minimum. So it's just like, even if she wasn't 2.0, she still would have been pretty good. Let's be real, because Jiwoo is what? It's only a small percentage we're getting provided with a water damage increase through her weapon. If I can, no, I think a weapon gives her critical hit damage. Anyway, bare minimum. And then of course Anna, who's obviously dropping the enemy's defense and whatnot. So it's nothing too crazy compared to the other breakers, of course. So an updated breaker is heavily needed. So, but to have a Gotoruji 2.0 for the water element, that could be something, because, you know, with what Gotoruji really pushes for Amamiya, it's a nice additional damage. But I'm expecting big things here for the water element. So, because, I mean, again, like I said, water breakage right now, in terms of support play outside of breakage and damage, it's bare minimum. And then going furthermore on, Chara is the main ANNI unit, which we knew about. There is a follow-up unit, but this is the part where I saw I'm just like, no, but it's not a crazy one. God damn it, it's not gonna be him, boys. We're gonna have to wait until half anniversary this year until we get the second national hunter, China's best. Anyway, so that's unfortunate. ANNI Char energy wings are gonna be super cool, or are super cool. Sorry, energy wings. What the hell? What are the developers cooking? This is why I say, you know, like I said, there's a lot to come out from this anniversary character, outside of just them releasing an anniversary character, right? And outside of them just kind of re-releasing another character. There's a lot to unpack and potential for more to come, in game wise. Energy wing though. This is why I said in the last video, let's just kind of wait to get some actual visuals, because I'm still excited to see on what the hell's going on here. So yeah, energy wings, cool. Right, we'll see what's going on. Okay, so does Siren exclusively for water or char ANNI unit, or she have a general debuff like Azel? So basically just giving us, you know, what route are they taking this breaker for the water element. Is she going to be an overall character? Is she going to be specifically having some form of correlation for the newest DPS character, for which is going to be the ANNI unit, of course, or you know, just be a general breaker? And yeah, it makes sense. This is kind of typical of them, mainly char. Now, I want to say, I mean, if she is buffing core and freeze, that still falls under Alicia, unless I'm missing something. I mean, yeah, even just by hearing about those two initial buffs, that still effectively helps out Alicia in the long run, because Alicia does more damage if the enemy is frozen, and the most damage potential from that character is from her core attack. So if she's buffing those up, I feel like that still fits her, but I'm curious to see on God's green earth how char's gonna work. So interesting, pretty interesting. But again, if you look at Azel, she kind of works beautifully for Kane. She works beautifully for Suwon, of course. So like, it just, yeah, I mean, it makes sense for them to kind of cater more for the upcoming character with the previous character, to have some form of correlation to get the sales and the pulls and whatnot. So it kind of makes sense. Guild boss, the Wyvern, the Dragon, call it what you will, is going to be coming back. No new guild boss yet. Okay, that's fine. That's cool. And then the 6 new artifact sets. So 3 of them are going to be 8 pieces, and those are going to be going up to level 100. And then the additional 3 are going to be a regular 4 set effects. I assume if the newest 8 sets are going to 100, then I'm guessing the new 4 sets are probably going to be 84, 85, right? If we're going off from the levels and what they typically no, it'll be 98, right? It'll be like two levels behind. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. But there we go. More gears to come. Jesus Christ. Apparently they're going to be game changing, so we'll have to wait and see on what they actually. So with that setup, I think Maelin is the water support, which I don't think needs to change, because the way they've set up Maelin at the very beginning was beautiful. Because again, the buffs that she can do, and if the core support is there, then I think, yeah, support wise, Maelin ain't going anywhere. Just need that breaker update, which we're going to be getting in the next update, and then in terms of DPS, that's exactly what they're going to be catering to.